I will be the one to report this topic entitled Traditional Assessment. Okay? Traditional assessment refers to the conventional methods of testing which usually produce a written document such as a quiz, exam, or paper. It involves assessment tools that are primarily focused on the attainment of intellectual abilities and cognitive skills, according to Calixtan and Digitier 2008. So, example sa traditional assessment is exams. Insay nakatry diri dry run na naman ang example sa mga traditional assessments. Large-scale assessments such as NAT, PISA, TIMSS, and PLM are examples of these. Usually, examples of traditional classroom assessments include multiple choice, identification, matching types, true or false, and the like. So, mostly, makuha mo Japon, gihapon na tuloy siya sa mga during exam na ito, di ba? One of the examples sa traditional assessment. Placing much premium on the cognitive aspect, this type of assessment is considered as an indirect and inauthentic approach in measuring student learning. So, pani daw siya is, dili siya maayo effective when it comes kay mo. Mostly is direct instruction, spoon feed lang sa teacher ang students. Okay. Purposes of traditional assessment. So, number one is evaluate pupils. Please listen. Traditional assessment is mainly administered to gather academic data to be used for evaluation purposes. With the data in hand, the teachers are able to identify the extent of student learning. Specifically, this type of assessment can easily give feedback to the teachers on what competencies the pupils understood and failed to understand. So, very gina-evaluate ang pupils as an elementary teacher, di ba? Kung kaniba ang students is na nakunan sa imuha or wala. Di ba, Maya? Next is rank pupils. Rank pupils with the accessibility of assessment data. It is quite easier for the teachers to rank the pupils. Traditional assessment in the form of examinations, it usually give higher emphasis rather than performances. This is all because this type of assessment elicits information relatively faster compared to an authentic assessment, which requires more preparation. So, kani ginarank nila ang pupils kung asa lang po kung kanang from higher to lower ang rank pupils. Dili ginatest sa teacher kung kani ba ang student kung asa lang iyahang tama na tunan. And for example, kani si Janelle, siya ang kanang murag top 1, top 2 yung anak, kanang mamay anak, sa si Gadwin example. Next is feedback on evaluation results. Once the teachers are done with the evaluation process, it is now time for them to report the results of the evaluation. The results are placed in a report card and are given to the parents during the parent-teacher conference. Diba sa elementary, nakatry taani ka na if na problema ang student, ang pupils rather sa kung na siya problema, di ba, mapaano ta, maka-parent conference ta, which is, kani bataan nagka-problema niya siya sa manaanan. Ano ang example sa feedback of evaluation result? Next is strengths. Number one is reliability. An assessment tool is reliable when it measures what it's supposed to measure. This is the primordial strength of traditional assessment. The teachers are able to convert the different competencies required in the curriculum guide in the form of an objective type of test. Thus, the teacher will generate information that is based on what is required. So, diri ang mga reliable sources or mga dapat sa teacher na goal niya as a teacher teacher na para matest niya ang students kung asa lang ang ilang ibalaan. Next is validity. Validity ay traditional assessments becomes valid only when it answers the following questions. What is to be measured? How consistently it is measured? Next, according to Abel and Frisbee, 1991. This implies the valid assessment rules will allow the pupils to score the same regardless of the date they take the exam and whoever administered the exam. So validity is kung asa ipangutana kung what is to be measured and how consistently is it measured. Mana ang is it to administered and validity rather, validity. Next is easy to administer and check. The paper pencil type of test generally contains only a specific answer per item, which makes it easier to administer and check. Unlike performance tests, this type of assessment focuses only on a specific learning outcome and does not require more time and effort. Mostly kani siya kay mga formative assessment na nadali na mga 10 item quiz. Kung asa lang sila kung kani siya nga specific topic, mao lang na ang ilang himuan sa teacher o quiz. After sa jury ay after sa discussion. Okay. Limitations. There are two limitations which are individualist and competition. Individualist, traditional assessment is mainly designed to measure learning on an individual basis. The pupils may find it difficult, especially during the quarterly assessment, because of the depth and breadth of content. Moreover, it moves away from the aim of 21st century skills which aim to develop collaboration skills among the pupils. Lastly, though it is easy to check, the teachers might also find it difficult to check the papers depending on the number of pupils. So, isa-isahon pa because of individualist. Dili siya more on groupings, lang siya individual na topic, hindi na pasabot dili sa individualist. Tama siya. Next is competition. As mentioned above, 21st century education promotes collaboration among pupils. However, traditional assessment is limited only to individual pupils, which could start and cultivate competition among other pupils. So, diri as sa limitations, ang competition, diri nag-promote na sila of collaboration, unlike diri as sa individualist nga, very kalisod jud siyang ang individualist is isa-isahon pa nimo per student. Diri na ka maka-create sa competition, diri na ka maka-create og kanang by group, group 1, group 2, group 3. Ano siya ang sa competition. Next is authentic assessment. This type of assessment reminds of the idea where the pupils reflectively apply their newly acquired knowledge, skills, and even attitude to a new situation or environment, aiding them to better understand and navigate the realities that surround it. So, siya, mga ni ang ginatawag na murag student-centered, diri mga real-life experiences sa diri nag-promote na sila of critical thinking. Diri ang mas musulod na diri si constructivism, kanang something na ang students is na sila yung magulitan like mga real-life experiences. Formative or summative depends on the intended goals and outcomes. Communicating the goals to the pupils must be a norm for them to gauge themselves in whatever activity or performance they will have to do. Finally, The teachers must also process the outcomes of any activity for the pupils to see the reason why they had to undergo such activity. So diri mag-determine na diri kung asa the skills or abilities ma-develop sa students. Next is elaborate the task that the pupils will use to demonstrate their skills and achievement. May mali dyan mo pag-explain way. Ang dili-adya sa is to ensure that the assessment is valid. It should always be grounded on the curriculum standards and learning competencies. It can be determined using the curriculum guide provided by the Department of Education. So, kani,